and the intercity to Manningtree. I'm following in the footsteps of Bradshaw's tourists, who, keen to escape the grimy reality of the Industrial Revolution, took the train in order to rediscover the gentler myth of a rustic age. Rural life in 19th century Britain was pretty tough, but painters of the period liked to depict the countryside in idealistic terms. One of the Victorians' favourite landscape painters was born in Suffolk and worked here much of his life, and we still love his work today. I'm alighting at Manningtree on the Essex-Suffolk border, one of England's smallest market towns. This is the gateway to Dedham Vale, an area immortalised by a famous 19th century painter whose warm-hearted scenes attracted Victorians with magnetic force. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Fantastic view from your station, isn't it?
Wonderful.
Is that actually Dedham Vale?
That away, basically between the pylons, straight across that way to Dedham Vale. That's right.
Through the pylons. That's a pity, but yeah. But even from here, the countryside is fabulous.
Lovely,
isn't it?
lovely. Hasn't changed, I shouldn't think, for the last 100 and whatever years, has it?
And your station actually says for Dedham Vale. So
yes, that's right. Yes, that's what they do.
You get people coming here.
We get lots of walkers as well. A lot of walkers.
And Constable fans.
Yes, oh dear. A lot of Japanese turn up as well. You know.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So Constable's still doing his bit for Suffolk tourism, is he?
Indeed, after all these years of his death.
Very nice to see you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
The charming hamlet of Flatford, in the heart of beautiful Dedham Vale, is the setting for some of John Constable's most celebrated paintings, including the Hay Wain, which he finished in 1821. So here is a site that I know so well from having seen the painting The Hay Wain so often, and yet it's so unbelievably unchanged. It's so perfectly, the wagon is stuck in the middle of the river there, the buildings look much the same. It takes your breath away. My guide here is Mark Cable from the National Trust.
Michael, nice to meet you.
I thought I was prepared for all this, having seen the paintings before, but this is unbelievably beautiful.
It's very nice, isn't it?
And wonderfully unspoiled, isn't it?
Unchanged for nearly 200 years, yeah.
So this is where the Hay Wain was
This is the scene
inspired.
of the Hay Wain painting, indeed. So it wasn't actually painted on site, it was actually painted in London, in Keppel Street.
Must have been sketched here.
It was sketched, yeah. Constable made many sketches of Willie Lott's house and the surrounding area, and then put together in his studio in London.
So this building is largely captured by the artist as it was.
The only slight change he's done is, if you notice on the roof, he's slightly shrunk it just to get this side of the house in.
It moves me to know that I'm seeing Willie Lott's house much as Bradshaw's tourists did. Constable died in 1837, 3 months before Victoria came to the throne. But his popularity reached new heights in Victorian Britain as people craved pastoral relief from urban squalor. Here we are today. The place is still full of tourists. There are amateur artists here. I gather many Japanese people come to visit.
Yes.
So we're still captivated with it.
We are indeed.
Why?
But it's interesting because the reason that it's a tourist attraction now is that trade has actually shifted from the river. So this river would have been very, very busy in Constable's time with barges, or lighters as they were known in those days, were going backwards and forwards with trade and goods. That has now moved to the railways. So that's actually freed up this area to become what it is today, which is a picturesque tourist attraction.
I mean, actually, the countryside was a very grindingly poor place. So this is romanticised.
Absolutely.
Did the early 19th century people and the Victorians, did they like it because it was romanticised?
They were starting to crave the sort of pictures of England as it was. So absolutely, as we do now. And it looks inviting. It's an English summer's day.
And then in the Victorian period, I mean, England is covered in dark satanic mills.
Yep.
So there's a real kind of escapism.
Exactly. People start to go back to Constable and realise, think of these times in fonder memories, you know, of the countryside, and we idealise it.
The new industrial conurbations set Victorians yearning to escape to the country. As in so many things, we feel the same today and imitate their excursions. But whilst I've got Mark here, there's one more thing I've always wanted to know about the Hay Wain. By the way, what is actually going on in this painting? Why is the wagon in the middle of the
Well, there's a number of theories. Some people think it's cooling down the wheels here, the rims of the cart. Other people have suggested that it's stuck in the mill pond here. I don't think it's either of those. And I think what's happening is we've got some distant hay carts over here. So it's travelling across here to relieve this hay cart and come back with a load of hay. But interestingly, even that theory has its issues, because this is actually a log cart. The cart was actually sketched by a chap in the village called Johnny Dunthorne, who Constable requested that he sketch the cart and send it back to him in London. He didn't have enough detail in his memory to recreate the cart. So it's possible that Johnny Dunthorne sent him a picture of the wrong cart that Constable had in mind.
It's been a wonderful afternoon in Constable country. As the sun sets over this curiously familiar landscape, I make for the village of Dedham, where Constable went to school and where I'll stay the night.